Alright, what is up YouTube? Zen Rahman, and I did a video recently talking about whether you can gain muscle in a calorie deficit, and this video is about how can you lose fat and build muscle at the same time. Okay, and I'll go over 5 points. Okay, two of them would be more towards fat loss, two of them would be towards muscle building. How do you build muscle while losing fat? And the last one would be related to both. Okay, so before I begin, not a fitness trainer, not a nutritionist, not a dietitian. I'm only telling you what I apply to my own body, what works for me, what I know, and what I think. So, whatever you choose to believe, that's your choice, your decision. It's not my responsibility. Okay, so the first point I have about how to lose fat while gaining muscle, or how to gain muscle while losing fat, is eating in a calorie deficit. Okay, now the calories that you burn working out, we'll keep them separate. Okay, but you have to eat in a calorie deficit. That is calories that are lower than what you need for maintenance. All right, so maintain a deficit of 10% to 20% of your maintenance calories. And these will vary from person to person, but we'll assume them to be 2500 for an average male and 1500 for an average female. Of course, they will be different for everyone, but it's a good place to start so you can see how your body is reacting from there. And as you progress, you'll have a better idea about what your body needs and how it reacts to different calorie intakes and different food groups and all those things. So it's a good place to start. Okay, so if you're a male, you would want that calorie deficit to be around, I mean, not less than 2000. Again, if you're not too overweight, you can do maybe 2200, 2300 calories a day and eat consistently that way, and also be consistent with your workouts, with your exercise. And without eating in a calorie deficit, it just won't happen, okay? Because it's the laws of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes from one form into another, okay? And you can't change that, okay? You can't breathe out the calories from the food that you eat. So if you eat in a calorie surplus, that food is being stored in your body as body fat, okay, as a reserve of energy, right? That is why you get fat. So when you're eating in a calorie deficit, the remaining calories that you need to maintain your maintenance calories, those calories your body will be taking from your body fat, and that is how you eventually lose weight. Okay, so weight loss, it doesn't happen without eating in a calorie deficit. And like I said, not less than 2000, 2200, 2300 if you're a male and not too overweight. If you're a female, 1200 to 1300 calories, so you have enough energy to get on with your workouts. And that's the first point. Right. The second point I have is cardio. Okay, cardio is a very important tool in losing weight, and I know there are some misconceptions out there which suggest that you don't need to do cardio, and this is also a thing going on with the fat acceptance movement, with the body positivity movement, if you want to call it that, and with people who are basically promoting and talking about things that people want to hear about. Okay, because people generally don't want to hear the things that they need to hear. They want to hear what they want to hear. So people want to hear that they don't need to do cardio, they don't need to do a certain amount of cardio, they shouldn't be doing too much cardio. Okay, but cardio is an important tool in weight loss, and I myself was believing this for quite some time, that I don't really need cardio to burn body fat. But what the cardio does is it gives you an additional calorie deficit, and along with that, you're also training your body to adapt to the physical stimulus of the cardio. Okay, which is your body adapting to be able to do the cardio better the next time. All right, so what your body needs to be able to do cardio more effectively is to drop weight. And when you're giving it the stimulus that it needs to build muscle along with this stimulus, that is the cardio for dropping weight, then your body will retain muscle, okay, because you're giving it that stimulus, and it needs to be able to train with weights better. So the weight that your body drops would be typically from the body fat, right? So because of those two reasons, because of the additional calorie deficit that the cardio gives you, and because of the stimulus aspect of it, cardio is an important tool for weight loss, for being lean. Okay, the number 3 point I have is eating enough protein. Right now, you need protein to build muscle. You don't build muscle without protein. Okay, you don't recover as well without protein. And I've done enough videos about protein. So if you want to know why protein is so essential and why you should be on a high protein diet, if you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle, if you're trying to lose weight, of course, because the protein is harder to digest and it has a higher thermic effect of food, so your body burns more calories trying to digest protein sources. All right, and also it keeps you fuller and more satiated. Okay, so having the same calories of carbs, that wouldn't be as satiating, as filling as having the same amount of protein, the same calories worth of protein. And again, protein helps you with muscle building and also with recovery and all that good stuff. So check out the videos I've done about protein, so you get a better idea about why protein is essential. Okay, so in order to build muscle, you should be eating enough protein. What is this amount which would be enough? Ideally, I would want it to be 0.75 to zero point 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Right, you can keep it as low as zero point 0.5 grams per pound of body weight, but that is the ideal spot, I believe. 0.75 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and yeah, that should keep you in a good spot to be able to build muscle. Okay, the number 4 thing that you need to do to build muscle while losing fat is consistent weight training. All right, now when you're training with weights consistently and progressively, that is the stimulus that your body needs to have stronger muscles, to have bigger muscles. Okay, so that is something that you need to do consistently and also progressively. Okay, like again, like Coach Greg says, training harder than last time, which basically means progressive overload. Okay, so basically you have to lift more weight than you did last time, or just work out more than you did last time. Okay, it's train harder than last time. What this doesn't mean that the same the for a particular exercise, the weights that you are lifting, you need to lift 5 kilos more the next time. Okay, you can just do one more set, or you can do one of the sets with higher weight, with heavier weight, like maybe just a kilo over or 2 kilos or whatever. Okay, so just do a little bit more than what you did last time, and keep progressing that way consistently. Okay, so be consistent with this progressive overload. Okay, you could do one more set, or you could lift a little more for your last set. You could lift more than you lifted last time, maybe a kilo, maybe 2 kilos, maybe 5 kilos, whatever works for you. All right, so just some kind of progression with your weight training, and that is what is very essential for building muscle. And if you're not really training in a progressive way, if you're not lifting a little bit more than last time, then you're going to hit a plateau. Okay, because your body doesn't have the stimulus that it needs to grow your muscles more than where they were at previously. Okay, so that is point number 4, consistent weight training. Okay, now number 5 I have, which applies to both of these aspects of your fitness goals, to losing body fat and also to building muscle, is optimal rest. Okay, now I've talked about rest a few times. I've done a video about recovery. I'll add it to the end screen to this video, so check that out so you have a better idea about it. And I'll also add the video that I did about building muscle in a calorie deficit, so you have more idea about what it takes and how it works and how it is possible to build muscle in a calorie deficit while you're on a cut, while you're trying to lose weight. How do you build muscle while trying to do that, which I don't believe a lot of people think that can happen. So rest, that is very essential, because when you're sleeping, when you're resting, that is when you're burning fat, and that is when you're building muscle. Okay, you're not building muscle when you're working out, you're not burning fat when you're working out. It's when you're resting that all these equations are at work, and your body get your calories here and there, and wherever they need to be, and draw the calories from your fat, and for the actual muscle recovery and hypertrophy process to take place. Okay, so that doesn't happen when you're working out. That is when you're breaking muscle down, and that is what your muscle needs to recover from and adapt to, and that is what causes muscle hypertrophy or muscle growth. And when you're resting, when you're sleeping, that is when you're actually burning body fat, okay, because your body is taking energy from the places that it needs to carry out your metabolic activities, to initiate muscle growth, and to actually build muscle, where again you need some calories. Okay, so optimal rest is important. So that is point number 5. And yeah, so those were 5 points about how to build muscle while losing body fat, how to lose body fat while building muscle. So you can do both simultaneously. It won't be the most ideal way to do one of these things, okay, like losing weight, losing body fat ideally would be better done on a consistent cut, and building muscle would be more ideally done on a calorie surplus. But if that is your goal, if your goal is to lose body fat while building muscle, then that is the right way to lose body fat, and it would be a longer process, but it will also make your results more permanent, okay, more sustainable, and also your body composition would be more sustainable. But again, you need to be consistent, and you need to find a way to make it a lifestyle, to enjoy what you're doing, enjoy the way that you're training, enjoy the way that you eat, and that is how you really be consistent, all right, and make your results more permanent. And in the end, it's about being a better version of yourself. It's about being fitter and stronger and healthier, and having a certain look. Of course, that is important if that's what your goal is, but it should be secondary. The primary focus should be on being fitter and stronger and healthier and all that good stuff. Okay, so leaving this video at that, let me know what you thought. Leave your questions in your comments. Like the video, share it, subscribe to my channel, give me a follow on Instagram. The link is in the description. The handle is Radio Protector. I have more stuff about my fitness journey and nutrition and health and training on there, so you can check it out. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.